Hey there, everybody. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. It is now. This is Nikki Tobias with Grounded Vision Coaching and Consulting, I guess. That is my name, Grounded Vision Coaching and Consulting. I've had a busy day of meetings and stuff, and today we honored the Jackson County Woman of the Year, which is super neat to see. I think it was a half a dozen women nominated, and we got to hear from Miss America. She had been Miss Georgia. She was Miss America for 2016, so that was really interesting to hear from her. And to sit with a bunch of fierce women and ally men there to celebrate the Women of the Year, and that was super neat. And then I went from there to my counseling appointment, and we were talking a lot about fear and this sense of fear and anxiety that's rising among people right now, related to the election, I think, and some of the stuff that's happened since the election. And there have been some hate crimes and some like flags burned and destruction of property and things like that. And we were talking about fear, like I said, in this sense that people are really anxious and anxious to be really open and congruent about who they are in the world for fear that the people around them don't agree about who they are, what their political choices are or were, or what they're doing. And I feel like that's really on both sides politically, and then just in general about lots of parts of the world, that it's hard to know where to be or how to show up, if that makes sense, in any of our environments. And we want to be authentic, I think, and I want to be congruent in what I say and what I do and how I show up in the world. But as an example, I was at a network meeting the other day, and somebody asked somebody else, "So did you vote the right way?" And I said, "I'm tapping out of this conversation." I walked away because it's like, there's no right way, right? Like, I sit squarely in the middle of being able to say that everybody in their own intelligence and with their own value system gets to choose who the right candidate is for them. But either way, there's all this sort of fear and anxiety that has been produced and that people are living in right now. And it got me to thinking about how often we live in the past or in the future, right? We live in yesterday or we live in tomorrow. And very rarely do we live in right now, in the present, in the moment, in today. And so I just wonder what you're doing to take good care of yourself living here in today, because we have no idea what tomorrow will bring, right? No idea if tomorrow exists for any one of us or all of us. We don't know what 2017 is going to look like. And, somebody might argue we can learn from the past. And gosh, I hope we do. I hope I learn from my mistakes and things that I wish maybe I'd have done differently. So, I do think we can learn from the past, but the past isn't always predictive of the future, and we have no idea what tomorrow or next week or next month or next year holds for any of us as individuals or for us as a nation or a world. And so what can you do today to live in the present? And for me, it's about petting a puppy or coloring or taking a bath, or sitting in that Woman of the Year luncheon today, looking around at all the incredible women and thinking about how proud I was of them, to be with them, seeing certain women and reminiscing about ways they've helped and supported me. And, even thinking some about what I could do to give back to some of the women that were in the room. Just taking it all in. How many times do we experience something that we don't actually experience at all, right? You eat a meal and like tomorrow you don't remember what you ate today and you didn't take the time to slow down and actually taste it. You put lotion on your hands and you never felt it. Like, it's done and you're moving on to the next thing. And like, what if we just took a moment and like felt what that feels like, used that sense, smelled the lotion, felt that feeling? I don't think that tomorrow's guaranteed, and yesterday's not likely to happen again. So the way that I'm trying to help manage and cope with some of my feelings is about living in today and being my best me today, and being open to other people's perspectives and ideas about everything. And to be mindful about my senses and what I feel rising, like that tightness in my belly and maybe pressure in my chest. And thinking, where's that coming from and what do I do with it? So it might be about slowing down. It might be about actually taking time to taste something. It might be about doing something really fun, having a coffee with a friend, reading a book, you know, petting an animal, doing something therapeutic, going to counseling, taking a run, eating healthy, lighting a candle. So where are you living? You living in yesterday? You living in tomorrow? And how do we figure out how to live today? That's my question for all of you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.